Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Rotten Brains AV Club on The Boys Episode 3. I'm your host, Fearless Hobo.
I'm Cricket.
I'm Kaz.
I'm Minor KC.
And we're going to talk about Episode 3 of The Boys. Episode name is Get Some. And I have to say, legit, this was the best ending of any of The Boys episodes so far. I know we're only in Episode 3.
Yeah.
But I'm going to predict this ending's going to stick with me for a little bit because of that fucking smile. I'm going to put it up on screen right now. Fucking smile.
It all started with that fucking smile.
Look at this lad.
He's
Billy Butcher's, he literally is, though. He's a mad lad. Billy Butcher's smile at the end of the episode. That little friggin' smirk, man. But we'll get there when we get there. So
I think John has a man crush on Billy Butcher right now.
Oh, dude, I totally do. I've admitted it. His voice is what I hear when I see the comics now. I've been reading a little ahead in the comics, so
What's that actor's name? I know that actor. I can't think of his name.
We said it the first time we did the podcast, too. But any which way, we're going to move on. So this story, we're going to try and make this AV Club go a little faster, too. So this story starts off right where the last one ended. Up your butt with
I know. It was Carl Urban. That's who it is.
That's his name. They end the episode with the meme that we put in the last one, up your butt with a coconut, and he friggin' explodes, and it just... We get a...
You get a nice shot of him washing himself down using the sink there, and it's just...
For the first, 5 minutes, I was kind of in and out of the room doing stuff, so they're gonna fill in the gaps of my knowledge.
Just sat there, just sort of... He's washing himself off. He's changing.
Wasn't there invisible chunks falling off his head into the water? You could see a little bit.
Bits of skin and stuff. And then you have them just sort of using big old snow shovels to scoop up gore and put it into trash bags.
Yeah, Billy
Which
and
it's still partially transparent.
It was great. Yeah, I walked in and I saw the arm falling in, and the arm's just coated in blood. That was really cool. Moving on from there. The story progresses with them finding A-Train's love interest, Popclaw. We're gonna skip.
First they ended up meeting up with the other member of the boys.
Mother's Milk.
Yep.
Who was Mother's Milk played by? You were just looking. Yeah, you were just looking at the.
But he's currently running a prison thing and
a rehabilitation prison thing. Yeah.
It's not really working well.
I mean, it was. They respect him enough.
Yeah, they just as soon as he's not
Laz
there.
Alonso. Oh, Black Noir is actually a black guy.
Interesting.
Oh, look at his name is Nathan Mitchell. He's a black guy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's actually a black guy.
I love
his black armor.
I love how
he's black on both
with
sides.
the last episode when they were serving hors d'oeuvres, and it's still my favorite scene of Black Noir, just they just walk past him.
I want to see him actually speak just one word, looking at someone, just
No, I don't think he should. So, moving on from there, what happened, because I went back out of the room, they meet up with Mother's Milk. What happens right after that?
After that, we cut back to Huey, who's going back home to grab some clothes and stuff, and going into his room, you just see all of this memorabilia of the Seven, posters, fake Funko Pops.
Talking about that, okay. As you're talking about his room, the coolest aesthetic piece about his room is the fact that he has a CBGB poster of the Ramones. Just gonna point that out. I saw that, and that's the only thing I cared about in the scene, and my brain kind of died, because I was like, man, the Ramones are awesome. CBGB's awesome, and I forgot. I saw Simon Pegg come on screen, but I kept thinking about the poster.
But yeah, he ends up looking at that. He has a mini moment of just complete unbridled fury and starts grabbing his little
That was a really good scene.
Chucking him at his wall, destroying his
Am I the one who thinks Simon Pegg doesn't seem old enough to be his dad?
No, I seriously don't buy it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he's a Simon Pegg.
He starts tearing down posters, and that's when his dad comes in, and he starts trying to have a heart-to-heart with his son, saying that he knows the kid very well. And one thing that came after that really stood out to me was the Hot Pocket scene.
Oh yeah, I think we're totally gonna turn that into.
Love pizza rolls.
Yeah, pizza rolls.
You fucking love pizza rolls.
You love pizza rolls.
I love pizza rolls when I was 7.
Which the 7 when he was 7. That's the thing that sort of stuck out to me for no reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess because I always keep going in and out.
I doubt that's on purpose though. That's probably just one-off shit.
Maybe. I don't know. Could have been like their attempt at clever writing. It's not
Yeah.
clever, but it.
Yeah.
There is one thing I do have to complain about this episode.
Go for it.
When she's first on screen, well, not first on screen, but when she
Oh, yeah,
has her
Starlight.
moment, not Starlight, Popclaw. When we get to introduce to Popclaw meeting with A-Train for the first time, it's technically the second time we meet her, but we can talk about the first time we meet her because that's a great scene too of Mother's Milk and Huey. But the second time we see her, and she's off put by not like she's like I groomed myself, yeah,
body pluck.
yeah, like I'm a goddamn chicken, and then like that whole scene, is it bad if I just didn't buy her acting in that one scene? Literally, her body language and stuff was odd.
I think that.
But after that, she was great.
I
Like,
think that it was like she was trying to play the actor, of being.
the bitchy girlfriend or something like
Not
that.
even bitchy,
But
but
not
just
not
kinda
bitchy not bitchy in the traditional sense. I meant like literally bitching.
She's losing.
Yeah.
She's like, the relationship is coming apart at the seams, and she's trying to do what she can. And
Well, he's kind of a dick, but we'll get back to that when we actually get to it. But do you guys like? I feel kind of bad, but I also feel like it just felt off. But then for the rest of the episode, she was fantastic. She was fine.
Yeah, it was one bad.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
I
one
don't know.
bad.
I didn't really notice. I didn't jump
neither
out.
did I.
It
It
really
came off
stuck-
as me came off to me as the character themselves feeling put off and confused.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like the hand on the hip and the constant swinging of her hand. It felt like they didn't give her what to do with her hands in that
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
So she kind of just like kept doing something, and it's like this is like she's not grabbing the couch or anything. She's standing up, putting one hand on her hip, and then waving her other hand around. Like it felt weird. I think maybe no one gave her like
Good direction.
the direction to that.
Yeah.
They just, here's the attitude we want you to give, and she just kind of took it from there.
Yeah.
I think it would have done better if she like gripped the couch or something with like an angry fist or something and clenched it, like the top of the couch
Also,
cushion.
the furniture seems really like decent for somebody who's got like razor claw shit going on in their arms.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on. After the scene that we see with you said it, with Huey and his dad,
Yeah.
he tells his dad he's gonna go away for a couple of days or something, right?
Yeah.
And then we go straight from there to them
There's
trying
the
to
Starlight
hack?
meeting.
Does that happen in between? I don't remember now. This is-
It was
I
like
don't
it
know.
cut
Why are you guys
off.
looking at me like I know
Does the
anything?
Starlight meeting happens
Starlight
after?
Yeah, that started happening towards the end when at the race.
Yeah, right before the race.
I mean,
think.
before that, like when she's meeting
The
with
outfit,
her
the new
board guys
outfit.
and the outfit
Yeah,
stuff.
that was early on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think we go to there, but doesn't matter. Yeah, we meet up with Starlight. Cause you wanna talk about it?
Oh, yeah, it was what am I gonna say about it with the short
Just-
uniform and she
Yeah,
had
like
scarf.
yeah,
how
talk
the-
And how
how
it's-
the
yeah,
scene was put out there, like
it
we
was
do.
Good, yeah. I have strong feelings about it.
Well, I'll show you how we do it again since third episode in. Starlight goes into the office, meeting with a bunch of corporate guys, and don't they like congratulate her right before this about like, oh that video that
Yeah, they said, oh,
Like they
she,
talk. They
she
start out
thought she
talking-
was gonna get like roasted in that thing, but then she goes in and she's like, oh no, that helped you pull up and it made you feminist and all that, and the guy's like, for asking, so then they put her in like this like slutty kind of whatever.
yeah
It's, like,
They wanna
more
give her a
revealing
unitard.
costume. Yeah, they want to give her like a unitard.
yeah
It kind of looks like
But they use the
Silk
sort of.
Spectre. He said, yeah, kind of like Silk Spectre.
yeah she
shit.
does. The outfit really does look like Silk Spectre's.
I'm more interested in the fact that you have this situation where she goes in expecting to get like grilled about that, and instead they're congratulating her because the person who got attacked came out.
And thanked her or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that happened.
Oh, I completely agree with you. This is totally fabricated. They were
Worked
trying-
it. They do. We've seen them do shit like this already.
Mhm,
Yeah. It's they're trying to mentally condition her. It's the cheese or the rat poison. The cheese or the rat poison.
And she even brings up an interesting point. Like, I told you when you joined, this is a partnership. So there's give and take. And, like, she's like, yeah, well, I'm not putting that on my body because it's my body. I have a choice of what goes on. She's like, yeah, you do. But it won't be in the 7.
Yeah.
And then they end the scene there. Like, I thought, right before that, too, when the guys were discussing her story and Rise, and she's like, how the fuck do you know? Like, you're men. How the fuck do you know our story? And I love their faces in that moment. They're like, like, confusion on their face of, like, what?
Like, they've never had somebody say that to them before.
Yeah.
It's like...
Do you still like Starlight?
Yeah, I do. I still like Starlight. Honestly, like, when I was watching that scene in the costume, all I was thinking is I wanted to put in that costume because I think that actress is really hot. Like, that's where my brain was, honestly. Like,
my thought was that, I would try and just push to at least keep the cape.
Yeah, and like...
Because, hey, at least I can sort of cover up a bit more. Like, reflexively.
Like, you guys are like this deep analysis. I'm just like, I think the actress is hot. I want to fucking see her. And when she put it on, that was pretty hot. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, whatever.
You're just like, yeah, I think she's pretty hot. But then, like, the philosophical thing behind it for her.
Yeah, sure.
You totally agree with her.
I agree with that.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I just hear wear less clothes. Like,
and now you know why the Wonder Woman analog wears just
Which
that.
she has some of her story. Maeve has some of her story in here. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
We meet up with Homelander. Well, before that, actually, Huey and Mother's Milk have their first mission together. But we skipped a scene where Mother's Milk says he doesn't want to work with Frenchie, and then Billy Butch is just like, oh yeah, I haven't seen that guy for years. Literally the next scene, Frenchie is like at Mother's Milk's throat with a knife in the street.
I want to know what the Mallory's grandchildren thing is. That was an interesting
You're Huey in this situation. It's like, what? Who's Mallory?
Yeah, like the implication was that he like fucked or killed someone over. Like fucked someone over or killed them or something.
Yeah.
Or was responsible for their death. When I read this, it seems like whoever Mallory was, Mallory's grandchild, he like was responsible for their death.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill him. You saw like he had the knife. They wanted Mother's Milk wanted to fucking kill him.
I also love while they're fighting, Frenchie's just like, the only thing that's coming is me on your mother's titties.
Yeah. The only thing that's coming is me on your mother's titties. Oh, baguette.
Like, imagine if you're in an argument and like, he's like, come at me, bro. The only thing that's coming is me on your mom's tits. Like
that's a good one, yeah.
I think you'd mentally break someone for a minute.
Yeah.
What? Boocha!
Yeah, that's like a good, like, about to fight ghetto roast, I have to say.
And then you punch immediately.
Yeah, you have to punch immediately afterwards or you're screwed.
Yeah.
But going on, we start hearing about the race. This race between... Oh, wait. Again, getting...
We don't really talk about every single thing.
No, we don't really, but I want to talk about the scene that I liked, which was Huey and Mother's Milk visiting Popclaw as, like, tech guys.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. And, like, no one ever judges the nerds. No, they're just like, oh, okay, tech guys. You could literally, I think any one of three of us could just put on a uniform, grab a router, and just walk into anyone's home and they wouldn't question it.
That's an interesting idea. Like, I gotta keep that. File that in my head.
I want no part of that whatsoever.
Oh, you're so lawful good. You're so lawful. With his little pouty, fucking angry, disgusted face.
So,
Oh, you're looking down on me.
So, we go... From
disgusting.
there to... I'm going to skip a couple of scenes that aren't really too exhilarating. We get to Homelander questioning about... He really hates babies, but moving on from that...
babies. I see where Homeland is coming from. I hate, like, all children. Honestly.
We move on from there, and then we go...
I don't like adults either, though.
Yeah, I'm just...
I don't like people.
I guess because they used to be children once?
No, they're just bad for different reasons.
Yeah, I get where he's coming from. But... So we get to the scene where Maeve and Homelander are, like, at an active shooter thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's on floor 30, whatever, 31 or whatever. And Homelander's just like, okay. And he is in the middle of a conversation with Maeve. And then just flies through the window.
Like, normal, like, workplace style, like bitching dialogue.
Yeah, about your coworkers.
Yeah, while there's a guy, like, bullets are literally landing around them.
And hitting off of them, yeah. I love that they're just having this conversation about where Translucent is, and she's like, don't worry about him. Like, he's got diamond skin. No one's gonna hurt him. Like, just let him friggin' be. He runs off all the time. Why the hell should we worry about it? And then I love, he takes off, goes into the window, and she's like, elevators. And then the next scene is her coming out of an elevator, and he just continues the conversation like they never ended.
Yeah, I love that. That was funny.
But then Homelander just straight up murders a guy.
Yeah, the
like,
shooter.
Absolutely no reason.
Like just runs up.
Like, Queen Maeve had already beaten the shit out of him. And then he, like, punches his fist through his chest or something.
And just lifts him up, just like, shh.
it just
See
happens
now.
for like absolutely no reason
He's,
other
like,
than the
wanted
fact
to
he
kill him.
wanted to kill a guy.
He needed to have something to relieve stress, I guess.
Then we find out that him and Maeve used to date.
Yeah.
Also, to make it look like, the guy shot first,
he
shot.
Shoots up her armor, yeah.
Yeah. Then we go from there. I'm just gonna skip quite a bit. We find out A-Train has a foot fetish. It's,
Oh, yeah, he like
sucks on his toe.
Why? Well, I guess he's all about speed and runs and stuff.
Now, talking of speed, Compound V.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
The
So let's skip ahead to the race.
Okay.
We see Starlight in her new outfit. Whatever. We see Black Noir again. He
I
doesn't
love
say
that
anything.
there was the little girl who shows up with
The classic
The old-
outfit.
I'm
And-
saving my money for
The
your
new one.
one.
And it's like, oh.
It's like, oh, fuck.
and of course,
Save
as
your
soon
money.
as she goes to try and take a picture
Oh,
with
she's
the girl,
having a sweet moment with the girl, and those guys in the back are screaming like, "Show us your tits, Scarlet!"
Like, here's the thing, though. Like, even if you go to an actual, like, meetup with
Yeah.
a celebrity, no one yells that shit. So,
yeah.
like,
And then
these
you
guys
get
are like,
in trouble. Like, you get,
and
like,
this is
pushed
a
out.
superhuman. Why the fuck would you say that at
Yeah.
like she's a superhuman who's already known to have just randomly socked a bunch of guys who are doing something bad. Like,
especially like sexually
Yeah.
woman bad.
what the hell?
So, while we're at
They're
the...
totally plants.
No,
This is all
I don't
plants.
think they're plants.
No,
I think
they're
that's too
not.
much.
I know they aren't, but I want to believe.
You're a
that.
conspiracy theorist,
I'm
so...
putting on the tinfoil hat for this.
You took it off? Ever? You're the type of person who didn't want to switch his email to Gmail when it first came out because you thought that Google was stealing your identity.
Okay, Google totally reads everything we do.
Oh,
about
definitely.
Oh yeah, totally, but I'm not saying that they don't. It's strictly like they're going to take my name.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Any which way. Moving on from there, while we're at the race, before that, Popclaw gave A-Train some V
Yeah.
to take. So he goes out for the race. It was a scene that you thought it was pretty funny with the guy rubbing Vaseline on his nipples.
Oh yeah.
And I'm the only one here who used to be on the track team, and I'm like, oh no, that's totally normal. And it's just like,
Well,
it's still
weird.
funny.
It was like his like I think it was his brother. They said actually.
It's his brother or his assistant, whatever.
Yeah,
I think
no,
his
they said-
coach is
they
his
said
brother.
Because right before they said like mom's spirit is running toward.
Maybe it's his brother.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that means it's his brother. That's how I read that. I'm pretty sure it's his
But
Oh,
brother.
definitely.
that was
also his coach. Or, whatever.
yeah. That was a really funny scene. Moving on from there, Billy and the guys, the boys rather.
I'm like pretending to rub cricket's.
Can
nose
you
right
not?
now. He's like, yeah, that's great.
We see Billy and the boys go to the race, and this is a race between Shockwave and
A-Train.
A-Train, and we'll get to the race in a second, but Billy and the boys are, doing their thing.
Trying to steal the
Frenchie's trying to steal the compound, and then right before Starlet screws everything up by walking into the back room while Frenchie is just descending like friggin'
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
The French version. Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
He
Huey ends up recognizing her.
he recognizes Annie, which I brought up. Like, this seems like kind of a problem for the future because there's a really important moment that happens in the comics that if they cut, ruins the small relationship between Annie and Huey.
I think that it's not going to ruin it, but it's definitely going to change it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, it isn't. But they go on like a little small date, and honestly, I think all of us, Miner's just digging his head into a pillow.
Yeah,
but
Miner's like sleeping.
yeah, I honestly think that all of us thought they were like ironically the stupid dumb thing, but they're kind of a cute couple together because they come from two different worlds that are trying to destroy each other.
Yeah, but at the same time, in like their backgrounds, they will have kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like, she's like from a Midwestern town girl, and he's like a guy who works in a TV store.
Yeah, and like
every
in
day.
New York City, and
Yeah.
she's like
They're
from
kinda
the simple
they're kind of
country.
like common everyday sort of background.
Yeah, and
It sounds like the kind of thing you'd actually see in some kind of
I know.
romance.
Yeah.
thing.
honest, like I said, I read a bit in the future in the comics, and nothing really comes of it in the comics so far. I hope for it, but
He'd
I don't
probably
really
still-
think anything's gonna happen
I
between them.
don't
I
think
think
so.
they'll build
Yeah.
it up to like show like, oh, look what could be. Like maybe Huey uses that in the future of like we could just leave.
Yeah.
Like what if we both just leave? I don't
He-
want to be in the boys.
He's a
You don't
fucking little dork. She's way too hot for him.
says you.
This is me, yeah.
Says you.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Says
I'm
you.
sorry. Do you think she's gonna date any sort of these well-sculpted?
Oh yeah,
Greek
she goes
god?
into Panera Bread and looks for love.
You think she's gonna go for any sculpted, like Greek god-looking son of a gun after dealing with like the Seven?
The Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she might be petrified of abs.
Let's have this. Petrified of abs is funny.
Speaking of male bodies,
I like that.
Shockwave's costume.
We can do that in a second.
Well, first of all, let me just say, like, the male ass cinematography in this shit, in this costume, in this movie, show, has been a consistent thing. Like, there is a lot of emphasis
Hideo
on men's
Kojima
stuff.
must have done.
Oh, Hideo Kojima obviously had a fucking role in this, because there's the first thing when he came up on the screen was like, fucking ass. His
and
fucking
then
ass. Like, their costumes all accentuate the fuck out of their ass.
And then later, we also see the Deep's actual ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And translucence.
Bomb goes up his ass. There's a lot of male ass stuff going on in this shit.
Hey, maybe it has something to say. I don't know. Maybe you're the only one noticing it.
Maybe I'm the weirdo. And but then it's like
There could also be an ass pull.
Fuck.
Moving on.
Nice TV tropes line. Yeah, I was saying. Of like the major like female superheroes they've introduced so far, Popclaw is the only one who isn't hot.
Who?
Popclaw is the
Popclaw?
only one who I don't think is attractive.
And it's weird because she's the supermodel.
Yeah. But like Maeve, that actress, I think she's really good looking. I think Starlight, as we already established, really attractive. Popclaw, I'm like, whatever.
And it's weird because she's the actual supermodel.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I guess that's why she's a D-list. What was it?
B-list.
A
B. What did he call it?
A washed up B-list, and she's like, what?
No,
like
no,
28?
not B-lister. A B.
B-teamer or whatever it was.
B-washer or something like that.
A washed up like B-team person.
I forget what the terminology
Either way,
he uses.
B-team. Like,
Yeah.
she's under the 7.
Yeah, because he was told, A-Train was told if he loses this race, he's out.
Be out of the 7.
He's not in the 7 anymore, and he's really stressed out about it. I don't care. Fuck him.
I think
Huey almost, like, lost his shit in the hallway when meeting him, and it shows how much he doesn't care. He literally can't even remember meeting with Huey.
Yeah.
He's such a dick.
He's such a
I can't
dick.
wait what happens in the comics. They better fucking do it in the
He's gonna suck on his feet.
show.
I can already imagine from the bits you've told me, which we aren't going to say here.
No. Go read the comics though. They're really, really good. We're just all avoiding it. I've only been
giant
reading.
red letters right now. Go read the comics.
I've like I said,
and watch the show.
I'm limiting.
Actually, read the comics.
I'm limiting
Read the
myself
manga.
to the comics. I'm not like where I am now is a good part to stop. I'm waiting till the next season comes out, which we just established on Instagram. They just wrapped up.
Yeah.
The actor for Billy Butcher took a picture with the cast, and he's like, "Oh, we're all done. The Boys season 2 is ready." So like, I think by the time we're done with this, the AV Club on The Boys, we're gonna be starting season 2 right away. But I think we'll have the format together better, so we'll be able to do it more. So yeah, we get the race, which is really cool scene.
Oh, with the
It's
All
super
this
fast.
build-up.
Literally a second, but it is really cool.
They
Like
also use cinder blocks as the sort of kickoff,
Yeah.
the sort of
the
roadblock
Jersey barriers.
things.
Jersey
Yeah.
barriers, yeah.
Which, of course, both of them snap those things in half, like a Twix stick or whatever.
And then they just come through, and A-Train wins because he's hopped up on V, and they can't
Yeah.
find the V. But then Milder's Milk looks on the camera that they bugged.
Popclaws, yeah.
Also, talking about bugs, I am very fucking happy they did something in the show. Huey mentions that all he needs, instead of going in their house and planting all these wires and bugs, and all he needs is her IPv6 address.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he needs access to, and then they have it.
Yeah.
That's why they go into her apartment as dressed as IT guys. But now we can get to the ending. Popclaw.
Oh, by the way, yeah, A-Train wins. Popclaw is trying to, like, get out of her...
Huey and Annie go on a date.
Yeah.
Oh wait, right before that actually, Maeve is talking to Homelander in front of everyone, and Homelander basically threatens to kill her if she ever has a crush on someone else.
Yeah. No, she said like I would. He said like I would die if I ever found out you fell for someone else.
Yeah, like,
It's a weird thing.
but he's like grasping at her neck.
But we're missing the more important thing, which is that awesome part where Billy turns around and looks at Homelander.
The
and, like,
the cinematography is there, awesome. Like his head is centered.
Yeah.
While Homelander's off kilter and he's looking down and he realizes Billy, but he doesn't.
And he expresses
Why
like
is
he's
this guy
like
smiling?
he's like scared and mortified when he knows.
No, he knows it's Billy.
Yeah.
He's just like, I think he's trying to make out the face like, I know.
Yeah, because I know it was unfocused and then like focused in on him.
On Billy, and then
that
it
showed it like his like he was.
It slowly zooms in the second time we see it, where Homelander's like, he has like the questioned look on his face, like, I know who this guy is. I can't place it, but I know him.
When it comes into focus, his expression changed to like,
it's
shit,
like, I know who this is. Damn. Yeah. And then so we get to the ending. Popclaw seduces her landlord, and she hopped up on Compound V.
She's like having him like eat her ass, and like he berate. She like pops her his head like a fucking balloon. I love
like
that.
A Popclaw.
Yeah. That was good.
He got funk.
And what's funny is I said the moment the sexual thing started that scene, I said she's gonna fucking break him.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking break, and it happened.
He got brained.
That was so obvious. I love that. That was great.
That was a great scene.
And of course, you have Huey going like, we let him die, and then they're like, we had to go up like 4 flights of stairs
in 10 seconds, and then she's hopped up on Compound V. You're gonna fight that?
Yeah. But still, the funniest part of the show so far is when A-Train fucking runs through Robin. And that's like still funny to me. That was hilarious. It was like boom, splat.
So we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, so we want to end this
let's
soon.
Do the last one.
They find translucent quotes.
His gory remains in the box.
They tried to bury it in the ocean, but
they knew he was, because they did that line. He said, "I love that little reveal. The only thing he can't see through is zinc." I can totally tell that's going to be important later on.
Oh yeah, it's the Superman thing with lead. Superman can't see through lead.
And he has zinc.
Yeah. It's really cool. And then they open up the thing, and she's like, "Oh my God, is that translucent?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "How did they break through his skin?" He's like, "Because they're not stupid. Whoever did this was very smart." And he's kind of letting on he knows who it is.
Yeah.
And then he opens up the case again, and we see spray painted on the top. It says, "Coming for you." Like, Billy is determined as shit to get Homelander. Like, I know why in the comics. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but in the comics, I know why.
Yeah. It's probably going to be slightly different here.
I'm thinking they're going to make it slightly different, but I hope they keep it almost the same. Like, the reason is the same, but
What was his last line as the very end thing?
Who's? Homelander?
Homelander's.
I don't remember. What did he say? Oh, yeah, do you still think we have nothing to worry about?
Yeah, something like that.
They just declared war.
Oh, yeah, they just declared war. Which, I was telling you guys, in the comics it's slightly different. They already have Compound V, so the boys go to beat up basically their analog for the Teen Titans, and Huey hopped up, like, scared out of his mind, accidentally hits a kid and dies.
I'm looking at episode 5 here, and I'm thinking...
That's the girl.
Yeah.
She's part of the boys. Her name is...
I thought this was like gonna be their Beast Boy or whatever.
Nope, she's the girl. That's her name.
Because she's the girl of the boys.
Yep.
Okay.
She's part of the group. Alright, we're coming up on 30 minutes now. Just about.
It was a good episode.
There's a lot here.
I think the ending for this was great.
It sounds
that
like,
ending was... It sets it up. It's like, oh man, the boys are coming. Like, that was Billy's way of saying the boys are back. Like,
boys are back in town.
I
needed to do that. I'm sorry.
And that was awesome. I loved it. You guys?
That was good.
It sounds like we rushed through a lot, and that's because we did. Because there's
we
didn't even touch.
We're gonna try and condense these.
My favorite part was when his head exploded under her ass. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was.
And then of course
cool.
they immediately show up while she's panicking.
Yeah, and Billy's just like, they all have one weakness, and it's the reputation. And Billy's just like, we can help you with this. If you tell us what this is, and he holds the Compound V up, and he does that fucking smile, man. That was so fucking good. That smile's
gonna come back up on the screen again.
I'm gonna make it encumbered the screen, just like.
And in John's mind, it's just like sparkles around it, and like.
I'll put like a little pony or something going.
Yeah.
You want to ride a magical unicorn through the sky
with Billy Butcher and a butcher's knife. All right, I think that's it.
The butcher's knife is actually
we'll
the one.
We'll see you guys next time for episode 4. There was supposed to be a special episode in between, but things got hectic at the end of October and the beginning of November. We were supposed to go see Parasite together. You were the only one who did it.
Yeah.
You want to give a quick 2-minute thing?
Parasite was a fantastic film. That it had dealt with like I don't know what to say. Sorry, I didn't have my thoughts together.
Yeah, yeah.
It was fantastic. It was a great fusion of social commentary, black comedy, and a lot actually of like Hitchcockian suspense.
I've heard that in reviews.
Fucking loved it.
I want to go see it so bad.
You guys go see Parasite. Go do it.
If by the way, if any of our listeners are in Rhode Island, Avon Theater on Thayer Street.
I think it's pretty much done showing.
Oh no, not that. November 15th, I think.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead.
Yeah, they're doing
in 4K.
Yes, but it's gonna be with a new score.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to go see it in 4K.
I do too.
That looks freaking dope. I know that you and I
Yeah.
are gonna go there. I don't know about Cricket.
It's at like 11.
I really don't care.
yeah.
I want to go see it in 4K.
Absolutely.
Movies.
Yeah, it's Evil Dead 1. So it's going to be in 4K for like the first time that
Yeah.
like we've seen it in 4K. There has been 4K releases, but this is going to be awesome. So, thank you guys for joining us. I've been Fearless Hobo.
I've been Cricket.
I've been Cosmonaut.
I've been Minor KC.
He said nothing this entire time, so
I
he's
didn't say
irrelevant.
anything constructive though, so it's fine.
You did. You said you wanted to you have a sexual attraction to Starlight.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
it's not constructive though.
We
just
now
says-
know what turns you on because Braden's looking at a pop cloud like that's how I want to die.
It's the one
No,
thing
I said that was the one
anime
character
titties.
I didn't find particularly attractive.
Yeah, but what if it was Starlight?
Shut up.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time.
She has this glow about her.
I think we.
How much I fucking hate pizza rolls. Now, you love pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls!
When I was 7,